There are certain things that certain people would probably be better served paying somebody else to do rather than trying to do it themselves. Lawn care, for example. I learned a long time ago it was much easier, faster, and produced a much better result if I paid somebody else to mow the lawn and trim the bushes. That's the case with my friend Casper and the website he designed. Now, no disrespect to Casper. Casper is a great guy, and he's one of our Facebook ads clients. And I really like him. I think he's going to do really well in this industry. And Casper also, to pay him a little compliment, Casper holds the distinction of being one of the only men who, when I ran his picture in the ad, women said, "Ooh, ooh, he's nice to look at." Never had that happen before. Certainly not with ads I've run of myself. So that being said, Casper, you should not be designing your own website. You need to hire somebody else to do this. And I'm going to go over why, so stick with me. Okay, so first things first, let me tell you what is good about the website. Let me just close this here. Um, so first off, you do have some copy up here. It says, we can help get your dog to listen to your every command, behave even when around strangers, walk nicely on a leash, and to come when you call every time, no matter the distractions. Okay, it's a little bit clunky, but it's very, very good. I mean, you got the idea, and I think that with studying a little bit about copywriting, reading a couple of books, you're probably going to be amazing. I mean, you have the right idea here, right at the top of the page. So that's very, very good. The rest of it, I'm going to get to in just a second. So starting up, when you load the page, I'm going to refresh it. Watch this image. 1, 2, 3, boom. So it's blurry for about 2 to 3 seconds while it's loading, and then it gets clear. This usually suggests that this file size, and I think you're using Wix or one of those builders, it doesn't let me open the image separately to see what the file size is, but it usually suggests that the file size is way, way too big. Now, you want to get your file sizes for your images down to roughly between 30 to 60K. So if you've got like a 2 MB or even a 1 MB or 900,000 K image, it's no good. The load speed is going to slow down the load speed of the website. Um, the main thing, though, that I could overlook that is I'm not sure like where you got the idea that uh, pastel blue on top of an orange background highlighted on top of black is a good idea. It's not. It's not. I mean, look at the big websites out there. Look at the successful websites. None of them are doing anything like this. If I was investing in your business, if you came to me and said, "Hey, I want to start up a franchise," and I looked at this website, I would say, are you kidding me? This is not a serious website. And again, I don't say that as an insult. I'm saying this because I want you to take this as constructive criticism, and I want you to find somebody who can design a website for you. Spend three. You could do it for $300. Go to Upwork and find a freelancer, and work with them. Maybe find a WordPress template and have them take what you've written and put it into a template that looks really professional, because this does not look professional. As you can see here, the text is way too close to the button. The color scheme is it just looks really amateurish. Okay, so as we go down here, let me say the menu up here is fine. I would probably put services right here and move about us maybe over, but that's just personal preference. I mean, it's not really a big deal. And you've got the contact in the upper right. That's good. You might consider putting the company name or logo in the upper left. So let's go down here. So you've got right here about me. Um, I think that's premature. I think that you need to paint the dream. You need to paint a picture for them of what their dog can do, how their dog can look. So let me get into the copy here. because you're missing the boat with the copy. About me, my name is Casper, and I have been working with and training dogs for over 15 years. I found my passion growing up. I worked. I then started. I have the skills. I. That is terrible copywriting. Okay. As a client, I'm not interested in you. I'm interested in me. What can you do for me? Let me show you an example of better copy. Now, this is just a sample website I threw together. It's not great, but it's closer to the mark, and it'll give you an idea in terms of what I'm talking about. So this is the about page for MarinCountyDogTraining.com about. Now, look at the difference. Monica Black works magic with dogs. Her approach is fast, fun, and helps you to develop a balanced relationship with your dog. Okay? You see how the orientation is on you, the reader, not me, the dog trainer? Here's why. Every dog is different. You need to get inside the dog's mind and discover what motivates him or her to respect you, to respond to you, to bond to you in a healthy way and want to please you. Is your dog barking excessively, biting people or other dogs, jumping, chewing, or potting in? This is the about page. If so, we can help. We're professional dog trainers, and helping people with their dogs is both our business and our passion. Got a family dog. So it just goes from there. It's selling, it's pitching. It's not me. It's you. Here we do it again. My training philosophy. It's not about you, it's about what you can do for me. And that's how you need to write your copy. Okay, we've got success stories. You've called them success stories rather than testimonials. That's great. But you don't have anything here. So there's no point in putting under construction. Just leave it off if you don't have anything. But what I would do instead, I would put success stories, and then I would just talk in a general sense about some of the dogs that you've trained. Just say, you know, Sparky was a Jack Russell Terrier that came to me in the winter of 2009. He had blah 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 blah, and this problem and that problem. And by the time we were done with him, um, he was a happy, well-behaved dog, and we were even able to take him to the Garlic Festival and really enjoy family time with him. Okay, so even if you don't have clients yet that have given you success stories, you can kind of talk about some of the dogs that you've trained before. Services. Again, the color scheme is just really amateurish. It's really small. It's difficult to read. Um, Special financing available. I wouldn't even mention that. Um, again, you need to describe. Let me go over here now. Ignore the layout. Okay, so Masters of Dog Training, our one-on-one dog training program. You pay for the results, not the number of lessons. Again, benefits and features. Our one-on-one lessons are designed to teach you how to train your dog. This program is customized to meet your individual dog's needs. In addition, your dog will be taught the following behaviors. And then we go on and list feature benefit. Walk on a loose leash. By the end of your first lesson, you'll be able to slip your pinky finger through the end of the leash, and your dog will be able to walk past other dogs, food, and tennis balls without pulling. Stay on your place. When the in-laws visit, you'll be able to just throw a beach towel or a pillow on the floor, tell your dog place, and he'll stay there until you tell him to get up. Now, that's copy that sells. Copy, by the way, is the persuasive text. Also, you can use this. I'm talking to people watching this at home, not necessarily Casper, but just in a general sense, you can model this copy, but do not copy the copy, because that would be copyright infringement. Point being, this copy sells. It's got features and benefits, and it sells. This is just like a quick, I was late for a dinner date, and I just decided to throw this up. It doesn't work. It doesn't sell. This contact box, this looks like something from websites we would see like in 1998. It just isn't the type of website you would expect an actual professional business to use. So spend a little bit of money, take the advice I've given you. I know it's hard to spend money when you think, well, I've got this website builder, I could just do it myself. But just like me trimming my own shrubs, just because I can do it doesn't mean that I should do it. So to be honest, I'm a little bit worried that maybe I went a little bit hard on you. Um, Let me just say that, if I didn't care about you, I just wouldn't have done a critique whatsoever. I would have just blown off the request. So all of this is submitted the in the framework of helping you get better, of motivating you to get better. And I'm afraid that if you show your website to your mom or to your girlfriend or your wife or your friends, they're all gonna kind of yes you to your face. They're gonna tell you, "Oh yeah, it looks great." And there's probably some people watching this out there thinking like, "Oh yeah, it doesn't look that bad. I kind of like it." Trust me, it doesn't look professional, and that's no reflection on you. I have done a million website online projects where I had to have somebody slap me upside the head and think, are you serious? I mean, some of my early videos that were on VHS, a friend just sent me a picture of the covers, and it was like, oh my God, like really? I put that out? So none of us are immune to it. It's kind of like kennel blindness with breeders. Breeders who breed a lot of dogs and they think their dogs are at the best, and because it's their own breeding, they can't see the flaws in their own in the litters that they produce. So again, I present this in the light of helping you and motivating you to get better. Now, on that note, highly recommend this book. You've seen me recommend this before. It's called Cashvertising. One of the things it talks about in this book, that there have been numerous studies that show that black text on a white background is the easiest to read. And again, we want to make it really easy for people who hit the website to read the content on the website. You haven't seen me recommend this book. It's kind of a classic, the Adweek Copywriting Handbook. Is also a great book. I think you would greatly benefit from this book because my gut feeling is that you've got some copywriting chops inside of you. And if you read a couple of books, just these two, you're going to be so far ahead of like 95% of the other dog trainers out there. And then if you spend a few $100 to have somebody, a professional designer, design a WordPress site for you that looks professional, and you take what you've learned from these two books, you're going to have a killer website and it's going to convert really well. And that investment is going to pay off returns for not just months, but years to come. You're going to have, you're going to be spending, presumably, you're going to be spending money on driving traffic to your website, whether it's paid traffic like pay-per-click or organic search results, or the graphics on your truck or brochures that you leave at vet clinics, or any types of advertising, any types of effort that you do, your business card, they all lead back to your website. And so that's where the majority of your marketing budget initially, when you're just starting out, should be put. Your website should not be an afterthought. And I'm not just talking to Casper, I'm talking to like 90% of you guys watching this. Your website should not be an afterthought. And just because you can build a website does not mean that you should, if you don't have the background or skills to do so. Some of you do. Some of you have created really good websites, and my hat's off to you. But most of you don't have those skills. You may be great dog trainers, but you're terrible web designers. And that's the way it should be. You should be hiring somebody who is an expert to do for you what you cannot do for yourself. So that's my spiel. Again, Cashvertising by Drew Eric Whitman. You can get it on Amazon for about $11. And the Adweek Copywriting Handbook by Joseph Sugarman. This one, I think, I don't remember, 15 or $20, whatever it is. A really good investment that will pay off returns for you in your business and your livelihood for years to come. Definitely worth it. Definitely worth it. Something else that's definitely worth it is hiring me to run your Google AdWords campaigns. Now, if you're lying in bed, if you're wondering to yourself, how do I get more dog training clients? How do I get desperate dog owners to pick up the phone and call me? We've found that Google AdWords is one of the best ways to do that. The problem is, much like designing a website, even more so, it's super complicated to do it right. And if you don't know what you're doing, you can either blow through a lot of money or just not get any results whatsoever. What we do with my company, Browning Direct, is we focus on running Google ad campaigns for professional dog training businesses and some other industries as well. If you'd like to learn more, head on over to dogtrainertoolbox.com. And in the upper left-hand corner, you'll see a box that says Expert Google AdWords Management for Dog Trainers Only. Click on that box, read through the information on that page. And if it makes sense, there's a link on the bottom to my calendar app. You can book a free 30-minute phone conversation with me to find out if what we're doing with Google AdWords would be a good fit for helping you grow your business. Thanks again for watching, guys. Hopefully I've added some value and you can take away some lessons from this and how it applies to your own website and start making more money and getting paid what you're worth for sharing your dog training knowledge with the general public. Have a good one.